We on? Alright. Hey guys, how's it going? So I got an hour left to Halloween before midnight, and then I turn into a pumpkin, so... And man, have I been hyped for this game to come out. It's been crazy. Because, as you guys may or may not know, I am a huge fan of Lovecraftian horror. And really, no one's trying to do what I consider a proper adaptation. I mean, there's been some movies, there's been some games. I think some of you might know the Dark Corners of the Earth game that came out a little while ago. Oops. And do forgive me while I clumsily learn how this thing works. Alright, and I mean, I don't think any of you are going to be watching. Really, I'm mostly just doing this because I'm too lazy to edit, but I want to do a long thing of gameplay. And I wanted to be out in time for, well, technically in time for Halloween. But as I was saying, not a lot of people touch Lovecraftian horror. I think it's really because of it's designed to take us out of our comfortable little box that we put ourselves in, and it just completely obliterates it. And all of a sudden, there's just this horrible, scary void full of these incredibly powerful entities all around us. And that's no better. And now, finally, someone's went and done a proper game. I remember, like I was saying, Dark Corners of the Earth. It had some decent elements to it, but it was mostly just a mediocre first-person shooter. And then there's some games that have pretty good elements to them, like Bloodborne, Dead Space, Amnesia Dark Descent. But actual dedicated Lovecraft stuff is beautiful to me, as you can tell by my work. And now, finally, they released actual Call of Cthulhu game. And Dark Corners of the Earth was more based on a story called Shadow of Innsmouth, which is a good story, but it's not it's in the Cthulhu mythos, but it's not really about Cthulhu or his cult or anything like that. It doesn't really cover the big entities, although obviously you got like Dagon and Mother Hydra and some of the other stuff. I mean, there were some things they did right. But this game actually looks like it's based off of the actual Call of Cthulhu game itself. I mean, story itself, which is one of my favorite stories from Lovecraft. Because, I mean, the Cthulhu mythos is just absolutely cool. In fact, here, hold on. I think I might move this over. However, I do that. Come on. There he is in the back. Look at that. Oh, the iconic monster. Even most people who don't know, like, H.P. Lovecraft know exactly what Cthulhu is. Or, well, I mean, they recognize him when they see him. And oh, cool, man, this is gonna be cool, because I also love the old kind of steampunk style of the world of the time, like the 1920s, when a lot of the Cthulhu stories are set. And, this makes me so happy. Sorry, there we go. And of course, as per Halloween style, I'm playing in the dark, because there's no better way to do this. And like I said, I don't expect any of you guys to be watching. Don't feel obligated to watch. Just because I got back and you guys are excited. I'm excited too, by the way. I'm mostly doing this because I'm lazy, and I want to do long stretches of gameplay, but I don't want to edit. Alright. Here we go. Oh, I also, from what I see, there is actually, like, deviant storylines in this game, so maybe sometime we could go back and see what we did different. Alright, Chapter 1. Edward Pierce, World War I vet, alcoholic, addicted to sleeping pills, now a PI who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. He must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. That's another thing. It's like Sherlock Holmes. That's kind of like why I like the old style. It's really cool. I don't know. I like old things. I like older horror. Because that new modern horror, I don't know. I mean, some of it could be good, but it's just it generally doesn't impress me. It doesn't interest me. That's the thing. Horror doesn't usually scare me, but I look for horror and really things in general that interest me, that get in my head, and that's a rare thing. Lovecraft stories do that a lot, though. Oh, here we go. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who, in his callousness, can remain sane to the hideous end. Ooh. Oh boy. And of course my head disappears. That's a problem playing in the dark. Ooh. Uh-oh. This is kind of like how a part of Dagon, the original story, goes, where the guy wakes up and he's... Hi there, buddy. Oh no. Cthulhu got Bruce. He swore not to eat more fish. Oh god, entrails everywhere, dead fish. Oh god. No, what is that key it keeps telling me to hold? I don't even, it looks like kind of like an upside, like a bracket flipped onto its side. I don't even know what that is. Because I was looking around the settings and it kept showing that key. Okay, here we go. Finally get to move. What's that? Oh gosh. I love the ambience already. Man, I don't play a lot of story-oriented games. Here, I'm gonna move my mic over a little bit. Keep me kind of away from my drink, but oh man, and ocean horror is really cool to me too. Like the fact that we know more. I mean, it may or may not be debatable whether or not we know more about the emptiness void of space around our little ocean planet than we do about what's under the ocean. Like, can you imagine? Like, is it that inconceivable that maybe creatures like Cthulhu could be down there? Okay. Hey, I already figured it out. Okay, is there... Obviously I can't pull that. It's a little weakling. Okay. What's in there? But yeah, there's so many things about Lovecraft. I love the scariness of like what's in the oceans, unknowable deities, madness, fear. Oh my gosh. I can't even really explain it, so I can't go in there, obviously. Sorry, it's hard. I don't even know why I have face cam on, but counter darkness. You may light up some objects more crack. That's where we get the lantern. That's one of my favorite things about Amnesia, like the idea that you had like carrying the lantern with you. Okay, so obviously there's sprint. Okay, bolt cutters. That's exactly what we need. Can I go down here? What is all this stuff? Is that simple? Would it be a good idea to get this off this little rickety platform? Who's there? Ooh, that's nasty. And it's like creatures of the sea, though. I mean, it's not like I have a phobia of them, but they're so slimy and wriggly and gross and alien. Like, it's just not anything like mammals and birds and even reptiles. All right, now I can open it.
In my wake, hold along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Oh boy. That's another thing about Lovecraft, though. It's like these things are so terrifying to us, but they also like have a weird. We have a weird attraction to it. Can I go open that door? I'm sorry if we're wasting time here, but it's like it's the morbid curiosity is the strangest thing. Like the fact that we can be equally terrified of something and drawn to it. Like, human nature is a strange thing. Okay, yeah. I mean, I just wasted like 30 seconds for nothing, but I'm just gonna try and get the feel of what I'm dealing with here. Oh, there's a killer whale. The music's very effective. Like, it's got that old-timey feel, but it's definitely in there. Oh. So are we, like, in a cult hideout? And this is what they're killing to offer to Cthulhu? Like, because that's the thing. Humans don't understand a thing about Lovecraftian entities. I mean, they're just so out of our world, so outside of literally everything about our world.
Fight. You have been chosen.
Excuse me. Chosen by Cthulhu does not sound like my kind of chosen. You were the chosen one! Yes! Oh. Ooh, sorry,
Everything has already been written.
Oh, jeez, why are their faces? Look at their faces. Uh-oh.
Perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Uh-oh. 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 He's matrixed. Perhaps you'll change your destiny. Maybe that's what they're talking about with multiple things. Why are the faces like that? Oh, no, stay away from me. Ah, yes, the torturing dreams that are central to Lovecraftian characters.
I hate whiskey.
I see. That's too accurate. It's like Adam Sandler turning on the radio. Is this more whiskey?
I wonder why I still take these
Doctors
things.
prescribed it when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. Sleeping pills. Used with caution. Well, if it's a laudanum or shit like that, probably is rather ineffective. Can I pick things up? No?
I used to be an avid reader.
So was I. That's something I do kind of miss, is the attention span I used to have for books. But it's
Wentworth
shifted to
Agency
movies.
doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Why is that? Are we in Boston? Is Boston actually on the East Coast, or is it inland, kind of like Detroit?
I have business here to attend to.
I like his voice actor. I wish I had that kind of voice.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Uh-oh, he got cucked, huh? Kept calling me for weeks. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. He's closed. Okay, so obviously I already figured that one out long ago. Red Sox. Hey, you guys like baseball down there?
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Oh, yes, the Prohibition era. Can I open this up? That's already a closed case. The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside of the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Ooh, we got him, huh? Sounds like we're a detective who's not a
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
It's quite a range of interests. Oh, what? No. Turn that back on. I like that music. Wait. The radios. Oh, what? No. Okay. Can I ignore the phone? Or is it? I think I gotta answer it. They don't have voicemail back.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce? Private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth.
I love the accent.
I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Uh-oh.
Is that right?
Is that right?
I'm
It doesn't even sound
sorry,
like he
but
cares
I
a
have to
lot.
collect your personal information yet again.
Oh god, you gotta talk to me? Oh. Allocate your skill points. Each character level points. Okay. 6 needed before next level. I have 8 available. Occultism. Represents your knowledges of the occult sciences. Improves your chances of determining the use and origin of artifacts and expressing your knowledge of the myth. So obviously like weird objects you pick up, it helps you put together a puzzle. Medicine obviously increases your ability to heal. Strength improves your chances of forcing doors and mechanisms or using violence. Eloquence, improving your chances of convincing or manipulating. Spot hidden. Undiscovered objects, helps you find them. Psychology. Improving the skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior or on the analysis of objects. Ooh, and investigation. Improving the skill will increase your chance of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object and picking locks. Ooh, okay. Looks like I'm already leveled up in some of these. Is that what that means? Yeah. So obviously, mostly in, I'm 40% level up there. I want to know. Okay, how many? I still got 7 of those, so. Oh, so now. One skill. Let's level up each of these to the. What? Okay. I'm probably gonna regret doing that. Can I upgrade strength? Oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, well, let's put some towards psychology. Okay. Okay. Here, oh man. Something. Sorry, this is in the way. What does that say? Oh, it's just a title. Okay. Put that back. Okay. To validate. Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contract.
Uh-oh, we've been getting in trouble.
And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce,
You're drunk.
you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
They're
Are these
worth
good
not losing
ones?
your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll.
Ooh.
Mr. Pierce, are you still...
Damn. I love the style of the clothes back
I'm
then.
coming.
Wait, who does he look? He looks like, he reminds me of somebody. Okay. Oh. Who's this liaison? Just barely even looks at him. Huh.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Hey, it's comfortable. What do you want from me? There's books and shit. I mean, obviously not just a drunkard.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Yeah, fuck off.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector.
I didn't know.
All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
Maybe you are.
Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes.
Uh-oh.
Everyone knows her work.
Where's that
The
key?
police accuse her of killing her family.
Uh-oh.
They all died in a fire.
Oh, no.
Sarah,
Arson.
her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth.
I mean,
They say she was mad, but I
it's
know
called
that's a lie.
investigation.
She would
Not
never have
interrogation.
done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have.
Uh-oh.
Look,
It's painting.
I want you to look carefully at this painting.
Ooh.
Tell
Well, it
me
looks
all
very
the
grim.
assumptions that come to mind.
Uh-oh. Is this gonna be like a Rorschach test? That's
what
us.
am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness,
It looks like it.
or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your
looks
desk.
like
It contains
us.
everything I have on the affair.
Well, thank you. Notebook. Press J to open it. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams. They are different, unknown, but they seem to have surfaced from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Hawkins case, named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the scene. Oh, you're still here. Okay. Let's look at the painting now.
What's the symbol on the man's chest?
What is that?
It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
Okay. Down the painting. Oh, okay. No? Can I? WS. Okay. You said that's not working. Oh, that's my old flask. What was that? My old. Oh no, it's a lighter. It says one of those old like flip ones. The 77th Infantry Battalion and the men of the Lost Battalion. Okay. I have no objectives to. Come on. Oh, okay. I'm stupid. Those are bullet points, not addict. Okay, so I just gotta examine the file. Alright, buddy. Let's have a looky here.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Wait a minute. Oh, is that who's in the picture there? That looks like him, because he doesn't have the full sideburns like my character does. A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island Darkwater. They live a recluse life along their only son. Okay. Oh, nothing on the back. Shanty. So obviously an artist married a businessman had a kid.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these
go on.
elements?
Shouldn't take this painting lightly. Mental fragility. Where did it? I've not done games except for Mass Effect where there's like these choice options. I like that. The layout's kind of similar. A lot of dancer. Shouldn't take this painting lightly. Sorry,
you must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter.
Well, he already said he doesn't believe she was crazy.
Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Okay, you don't believe them. Good.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Well, I definitely plan to. Okay, so it's not bad then.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home.
Oh, it appeared post-mortem.
The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Okay. Okay, it lights up ones I've already said.
Her husband was a big deal on the island.
Right. Damn it. Sorry.
The police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is
obviously there is something going on.
I am aware of that.
Naturally, people
I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
More than an accident, huh?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Alright, where does she live?
Never heard of the place.
Small island, right?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston.
Oh, so Boston is
Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I definitely plan to. Okay. So that's really all I can do.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm not.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side.
Calm down.
Let's sum things up.
He's a quiet
An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
What's the premonition?
And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death.
Well, that's the thing. He obviously admits that she sees things, but he doesn't necessarily know what.
I'll go to Darkwater and look into the
this
death
keeps
of
me
your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Excuse me?
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
That word used to mean a lot different, just like it used to mean.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Learning of medicine. Yeah, they didn't used to put stuff on the cover of books. That was expensive to do. Oh, so I can actually take that with me? close that. There's some things I didn't look at yet before I go. Sorry, this is a little slow paced, and I'm probably not as talkative as I usually am, but...
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Wait, what are we following here? Are these separate cases that he's tracing? Boston hit by most severe blizzard in years. Snow paralyzing traffic. Amazingly, it hasn't snowed yet in earnest here in my town. It tried to sprinkle a little bit. Prohibition! 1918, momentous day in world's history. Oh, to this day.
Natural sciences, linguistics. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston.
Darkwater Island is
but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Let's see. Inhabited since 14th century, still rich with memories left by lost tribes. Don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A giant creature still ornates the walls of a long-bended cave. Is it a sea or dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small island off the coast of Massachusetts. So obviously this...
All I have to do is go to the port.
To go way back.
I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Is that everything? That's another thing I love about Lovecraft stories, is the language they're written in. It's not really done anymore. Okay, I think that's it, unless I can go in here. No? Oh. Fuck it. Do it! Do it! Didn't drink very much of it. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Is that it? Can I get drunk? I really want to see. Sorry to waste your guys' time. Uh-oh. You hear that? That sounds distorted. What's wrong with me? This is not a good idea. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. I wonder if that'll affect my performance later on, like if I arrive there with a hangover and I just don't notice things. Oh, that was a quick buzz. Alright, here we go. So now we've gotten the basic idea. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The accursed artist is accused of having caused the fire to kill her and her family. As the only clue she left her father a disturbing painting on the shipping label and a dress. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Oh, man, you know what? I mean, I play video games all the time now, especially right now when I got my PC back, but I didn't realize that I actually really miss doing story-related games. You guys, I mean, you'll probably be seeing this as a upload, not a stream, but do tell me if you want me to resume playing Prey, because I really should get into more of that. I'll have to play back up to where I last left it, because my hard drive was busted and I had lost my save file, but shouldn't be too hard. Okay. I love fog. It's like the same way I love the idea of horror of the sea, that it hides. It can hide huge things, big or small. You don't know what could be out there. Alright, take the boat out. Oh my gosh. I'm not sorry guys, I'm just stupidly happy right now. Got a chance to play a game that I've been super hyped for. Oh, look at scars on his side of his face. Cyanide Studio. Whenever I randomly came across the trailer of this game on Steam, and I was just like, yes! Please be everything you're hyped up to be. I think a lot of people have been looking forward to a proper Lovecraft game. And in some ways, like, the more serious games like this do seem to be getting better. Like, you got Detroit Become Human.
We're almost there.
James Fitzroy. I wonder if that name sounds familiar. That's another thing in Lovecraft. You can't trust anyone. It feels like everybody could be part of a plot. Call of Cthulhu. Oh boy. Yeah, sorry. Oh boy. This Scylla. Oh, yeah, those are whaling hooks. Man, whaling used to be such a messy business, but at least they used every part of the whale. It's not like the stupid shark fin industry today where you just cut off the fins of a shark and leave it still alive in the water to die. Like, at least use the whole shark, alright? It's like, I mean, that'd be like killing cows just for just to take the brisket cut.
Stay on board.
Nice sideburns.
There's guys coming to unload.
These guys.
What is up, going?
Sorry. I'm tired.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Thank you.
Why, thank you, Captain.
Nice jacket.
So,
Nice jacket.
what
I love
wind
that
brought
jackets.
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
Why are we getting all chatty with people all of a sudden?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife,
Oh man,
Sarah
this is
Hawkins.
very dilapidated.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Oh,
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up.
I doubt that.
Mitchell may not be
Oh.
very welcoming, but his
Got the
bar
prohibition
holds a
sign. There's
surprise for
spears
you.
in it.
As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
Okay.
If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Why would you
Understood.
have them?
I'm going for a look around the docks.
Why would you have those documents? Was he a family friend? Here, check my journal. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low, they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circled the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belonged to Charles. He advised me to visit Port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Now, it wouldn't make sense to go to a tavern because people obviously are talking and they know about the area. Oh, there's all these points up here too. I'll have to investigate. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. I can look and see what the local cops have to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he's found on Hawkins and... Okay. Let's look at Pierce. Oh, okay. Sanity. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part of the Moose Are Gone offensive. My God. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by the events. He takes sleeping pills and liquor. So obviously he has nightmares. Stable. Confident in your abilities in your Cartesian. Thank you. Watson Entertainment Media? Oh, BRB mode. That's what that is. Alright, and your convictions and your perception of reality, your conclusions are logical and reliable. But I'm a filthy drunk. Dark water. Okay, here's my characters. Okay, age 63 businessman, a wealthy businessman. Came to see me about his daughter. He's ready to do anything. Charles Hawkins was a ship owner. His local celebrity. Used to travel. Met Sarah Hawkins during a trip. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. So obviously she did really morbid paintings. I paint what my dreams whispered me. Her marriage surprised high society colonists. She disappeared from the front pages of the newspapers and no one heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father continues in search of truth. Simon, only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, died in the fire. He was a... Really? Man, people used to age differently. It's really weird. Oh, wait, do I have a bunch of... I have one more. Is there one? I only need one more to get... Alright, let's look on spot hidden a little bit. Oh. Wait, what? Sorry. I'm confused. I'm trying to get these things to go away. There we go. And here we go. Places. Island. Pierce Investigations Agency. The Wentworth. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston where there was no lack of work for guys like me. Man, yeah, Boston was quite a place. The old office couch was less comfortable than the real bed. Should get rid of the bottles, but the place is mine for the moment. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence. That was spooky. Of this isolated rock. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't think I'd visit there. Looks pretty bleak. Darkwater Port. One still passes in the films. Here, the golden age of whaling is but a distant memory. Oh, there's freaking bones everywhere. A cult. Artist Sarah Hawkins, intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract. So obviously I wrote that. Clues. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening it. Oh, there's a child there. There ends a woman and a child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stevie Webster thinks it's linked to the death of his daughter. Well, obviously the note, the police report, and a press cutting. Talking about that. Okay. Nothing in my inventory except my lighter. I'm sure that'll be useful. Okay. We're done here. Okay, so... this guy. This is I'm horrible. Oh, hey, that was actually kind of good that I moved out of his way. Otherwise, I would have gotten caught on his line. I can't jump. Okay. Where should I go first? I'm gonna go talk to the cops. Oh, what's going on? What are they doing? These little guys? What?
You can't do that.
But what?
It's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea.
That's not a fish.
What you don't know. Or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, they're very hostile
Okay,
towards
that's
the cops.
enough.
Have they
Step
banned
back
whaling?
and let us do our job.
What are they doing?
That's no way to treat an omen.
An omen.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm just listening to these guys. I'm just trying.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Okay, they're just repeating.
Oh yeah.
Are they trying to drag it back in the ocean?
Get us into trouble.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Hey, ugly. Ask grower. You're totally out of your depth. Let's find
Don't
out.
treat me like another one of these locals. You're completely overwhelmed, and you could do with
Yeah, I'm a
reinforcements.
PI. I should work with these guys.
What are you thinking? That you can call the National Guard to an island like Darkwater? For a stranded fish? Gosh darn, Mr. Not like
Gosh
another
darn.
one of these locals. Go give your valuable advice somewhere else, huh?
Maybe I should have
Now,
asked.
please, allow me to do my job.
Can I ask
Don't
him?
put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You
That's
can't
no way
understand.
to
You're
treat
not
Okay,
an
bugger
omen.
again.
sailors.
What happens if I bugger
Oh
again?
yeah. It's a sign.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
Okay.
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast
Maybe
back
I
in
should
the
have
water,
asked him
you
about the
shysters.
warehouse.
You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
It's dead. Like, well, looks like it's dead anyway. Okay, what's down here? This looks secretive. What are these people so?
Can we sort this out? You can see
Uh-oh.
he's half drunk.
Uh-oh.
There's nothing to sort out.
There's nothing for you
One
here
chump
either.
Wanted to stir
Beat
us
it.
up.
Look at the buildings.
But you can stay to watch if you want. You can pick up the pieces.
These guys gonna fight?
Come on, you bastard. You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly. You hear that?
Huh. Okay, yeah, they're on loop. Oh man, there's no shortage of ugly fucks around here. Let's head to the stranded whale. Because, you know, priorities. Let's get drunk before we actually talk about important shit. Hey, it's that guy from Five Finger Death Punch. Kinda. Excuse me, sir. Are you throwing down the glove? Do I look like someone? You look pretty tough too, let's be honest. But I got the leather jacket and a much better. Oh god.
Hey, be careful.
The guy's like all shook up. Oh, bravo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cutie,
let's get him
here.
another drink. He's dry.
Damn. You fit right in.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Oh, what? Wasn't me who was looking for it. Well, for doing it, the guy didn't show respect. All to test strength. Let's test our weapons.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess.
Fuck off.
You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing.
Fuck off.
You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
Excuse me?
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Love they just got shit around here with alcohol all over the place, and that's just like prohibition. That's pretty brazen. Sorry, I was just wondering if that was the Jaws song or not. Should I ask? Let's ask about Darkwater.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
So this town's pretty much dried up. I'm not going to ask about Hawkins just yet. Or should I? Yeah, it's
what can you tell me about it?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why.
Yeah, I imagine that wouldn't sit too well of people.
I don't want to speak ill of
they're whalers, not artists. It's not speaking ill of it's true.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
That's not an unfair statement.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
I bet they did.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
One painting they showed me definitely gives you the creeps.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Just about her. I don't want to bug him, like make him think I'm a narc or something, so I'm sure the local cops are paid off.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Because of a little tussle.
Come on, Mr. Viking.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Damn. What a dick.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36.
That was a shame. I did kind of want to drink.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's where they keep their
If
stuff.
I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors.
Oh?
Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at
From
night.
the warehouse itself?
Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
That'll be all for now.
So... Do I have my headphones on right? Hold on. Son of a bitch. That explains it. I was hearing the sounds coming from all the wrong places. There we go. I'm a fucking disgrace. I don't even know which way my earbuds are. She seems a little ritzy for this joint. Both of them do. Let's see, it's kind of investigate. It's locked. Uh-oh. Hopefully no one saw me do that. Okay. Oh, he's not paying attention. Let me look around a little bit. Who's this dude?
Nightmares.
Algernon Drake.
Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations.
Wait, talk about
gifted with its own consciousness. Until it finds a new reader.
What's that on his arm?
Ah, that's it.
It's covered in scars.
Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Okay, I can't hear him anymore, so...
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Yeah, like in Shadow of Innsmouth, this town was like really poor and destitute until they offered up sacrifices to Dagon, and then they were getting huge catches of fish, and they were finding gold. So, okay, here we go. The Cylon returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Cylon, or what remains of it, returned to port late on Tuesday. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. So you have a size that went beyond that. Cetacean. Uh-oh. Of a size that went beyond that of formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. So by cetacean, do they mean whale or an unknown sea creature? The surviving sailors told of a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritional benefits. There's no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine, from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks put up his warehouse for rent in June. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him at the docks. Especially the stranded whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all staff of the stranded whales invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family and be with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Alright, so let's see what else is new in the journal. Inhabitants. So, here we go. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar. Prohibition has no hold on the island, so they obviously come to take his whiskey. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age. He'll be far less enthusiastic if someone has to acquire Stranded whale, bar, where liquor served with total impunity. It's the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on this island. The stranded whale is its name, and it managed by an iron hand by the owner. He does not tolerate troublemakers, and he fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. Interesting. Shanty. Okay. Oh, here he goes. That's okay. It's telling me. Oh, here. I got it. Can I rotate? F inspect. Here we go. No? Okay. Nothing really new to do there. Miraculous catch, aren't you?
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like
asylum. They have an asylum on this one?
Doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
Asylum staff don't mind me. I just look like guys like nani.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
Indeed. Alright, who's this? Who are you, my lady?
What you looking at, stranger?
What you looking at? It's what are you? Idiot. She could certainly put him away. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I'm just passing by. Sorry.
Let me drink, stranger.
Can I talk to you?
I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
Okay. I mean, I might let... God, my mind is messed up lately. I was gonna jump on in here. Okay, I believe that is all. I can't talk to him again, right? Sorry for trying to kick over your stool, buddy. Alright, let's get on out of here. I'm not sure. Let's just talk to the harbor master. Oh, Captain Fitzroy. Oh, that's what that he was talking about. On the back, on that whiteboard, it's obviously a tally of somebody's tab. That's not right yet. Ah, let's be
broken.
Nice. Never mind.
This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Cat, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just take your payment to the carrier. Cat. So he's got somebody leaning on him.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Oh, I thought that was the boat we just got off.
This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Do you want... Okay. Oh. Can I close the door? There we go. Let me go in here. Let's see. Looks like place to get records. I already have medicine. Volume 2. Got some more books. That wrong map? Where is that? Is that upside down map of like the southern US? I feel like I recognize where that is. Sure. Can't move this around. Right here. Just inquisitive. Oh man, the green lighting is eerie. Man, those harpoons are mean things.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Oh, Captain Fitzroy. Looks like him. Is posing on the ship. He has a wooden leg. That's for your brother. Okay, is it him? Must be him. That's the threatening letter. Here you go. Does look a lot like him. Eh. I think that's all there is up here to check out. And we're getting kind of low on time, so let's go ahead and talk to this dude. Just a second, actually. Just making sure I do a proper investigating. Alright, so that's just a... Man, this is a dreary place. Alright, mister.
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Over hearing me? There we go.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1990, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Oh, so there's something redacted. Sneaky. Someone's been redacting information. Something he's been shipping. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Hey, howdy day. Got a close door behind me.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
These guys finger on the pulse.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
I can see how he'd be valuable. Given that people would want to come and go off the island, he's the only one who can make it to the mainland.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Indeed, you tell me.
I don't know. It's not my signature next to that of Charles Hawkins.
I'm at sea for more than half the year. Anyone could have done it during my absence. What seems really important to me is that the dates on these manifests indicate that Charles probably had other contracts.
What about that note?
But not with you, though.
Let's talk about Dark Order.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes.
Why is that?
Us men of the sea are superstitious
right. Killer whales are bad omens. That's what they're talking about. Oh, so something killed it. But not the whalers. That is interesting.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around
what does
here.
Prey on killer whales?
But,
like sharks don't.
You're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Yeah, try me.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
There, right?
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, could be something to it.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I read it, yeah. I feel like that's the one we should ask last in case it shuts him down.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
Indeed.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office.
I'm a detective.
But I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
I shouldn't have brought that up.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that. But she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
You look like a tough cookie, I'll give you that. Right,
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty.
Yeah, I definitely can't miss that. It's bigger than half the town.
Understood.
Alright.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Yep. I can lie. Should I do that? You understand? I feel like he knows. He's not a dumb man. He's definitely not an idiot. I'm gonna say that straight up.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
Right.
Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
I believe...
I shall be on my way.
So what does shyster
So
mean?
come back and see me when
like
you've got
shyster.
something new.
Interesting. Jade careful. Earned. Alright. Sanity stable. So I think, because I think you gotta be careful about things you learn in this game, otherwise you can go insane. Alright, I just need, there's something here. There we go. Reach last level for spot hidden. Dark water, captain. Space food. He misses nothing. They respect him. Bootleggers. Why do the bootleggers hate him? He's only 45? Goddamn. Sailors age different from the rest of the people. I swear. Is that how whale oil burns? Look at that. It's fucking green. Uh-oh. Hey, they're making their way back. Suspicious. Highly suspect. Look at those guys. Oh, I was thinking they're gonna go talk to the captain.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Where are they going? Here, what's over here? I'm getting about out of time. I can hear them through the window. Interesting. Oh, this does not look sketchy at all.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
You're not scared of their boss, huh? What are bootleggers doing in here?
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends.
Indeed.
You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of
Oh,
her.
is that cat in the...
She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
You can't see me. I'm just a floating head, even with the light on. So what are bootleggers
This
doing?
warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Maybe I should. Okay. Last checkpoint, huh? Okay, yeah, I'm at an hour here, and I don't want to do anything too much more. I feel like if I go any further, there's going to be a bunch more time run on, but I definitely think I can resume this tomorrow night. I have tomorrow off of everything. Mostly I'm just going to sleep in, and yeah, I'm going to, this is my first ever stream, so there's a lot of first things that I've been doing this year. I'm liking this game so far. I like the vibe it gives. I like the feeling I've got from it, and it seems to fit the Lovecrafted style very well. And I look forward to playing more of it with you, and hopefully, maybe in the future, you guys will be able to watch it with me as well. Actually, watch along with me as well. You guys take care out there, and I'll see you next.